Long before the first sunrise over Earth's fertile crescent, before even the formation of human memory, a distant star system orbited a fading sun. The ancient Sumerians would later name it Nibiru, the planet of the crossing. Its atmosphere was weakening, its magnetic shield faltering. On that world, a race of tall, luminous beings, the Anunnaki, those who from heaven to earth came, watched their home die. Their leader, Anu, sovereign of the celestial court, convened his council in the great crystal hall of Escherra, where the stars shimmered through transparent stone. "Our world decays," he said. "We must find gold, the metal that breathes light, the element that sustains our skies." From their observatories, the Anunnaki looked upon the blue planet, Ki, what we call Earth. It glowed with promise. Rich veins of gold threaded through its mountains and rivers. And so, across the vastness of space they traveled, a voyage that would take centuries but change the destiny of two worlds forever. Their ships, colossal arcs of light, pierced the clouds over the Persian Gulf nearly 450,000 years ago. The first to step upon the New World was Enki, Lord of Water and Science, son of Anu and guardian of life. He landed upon the marshlands where the two great rivers met, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Here, he established the first colony, Eridu, meaning home in the faraway. Enki surveyed the land, fertile, rich, but untamed. He and his crew began mining gold from the riverbeds and mountains beyond. But the labor was harsh. The Anunnaki workers, called the Igigi, toiled endlessly, and over the centuries they grew restless. One night, under the blood moon, the Igigi laid down their tools. Their leader, Ilibrat, cried, "We were not born to dig the earth like slaves. Let the lords of Nibiru mine their own gold." The rebellion spread like fire. When word reached Anu, he descended from the heavens to settle the revolt. The council met within the great chamber of Enki's temple, surrounded by canals glowing in torchlight. There, Enki proposed an idea that would change everything. "Let us fashion a worker, one who shall toil for us, a being of this earth, but with the essence of Anunnaki blood, a hybrid capable of labor and learning." Anu hesitated. "You speak of creating life," he said. Enki replied, "We shall not create, only refine. The seed already lies within this world." In the hidden laboratories beneath Eridu, Enki and the goddess Ninhursag, mistress of birth and biology, began their sacred experiment. From the valley of Olduvai in Africa, their observers captured a species of primitive hominid. They called them Lulu Amelu, the mixed ones. Using devices described in later myths as clay vessels, Enki extracted the essence of life, what modern minds might call DNA, from the Anunnaki themselves. Into the clay of the earth he poured the living genes of the gods, fusing celestial code with terrestrial flesh. After many failed attempts, they succeeded. In the birthing chamber, Ninhursag raised her voice. "The creature is complete. The work is done." The being that opened its eyes was Adamu, the first true human. He stood upright, gazed at his creators, and spoke his first words in wonder. "Who am I?" Thus began the age of human stewardship. The Anunnaki placed the first humans in the Garden of Eden, a vast enclosure near the headwaters of the Euphrates, surrounded by canals and orchards. They taught them to till the soil, raise livestock, and gather resources. Humanity's first role was as servant, but Enki saw more. He watched them dream by the fires, watched curiosity spark in their eyes, and he whispered forbidden knowledge into their ears, the ways of healing, numbers, stars, and the secret of life itself. When Enlil, Enki's brother, discovered this betrayal, his fury shook the skies. "You have given them the wisdom of gods," he thundered. "They will rise against us." To limit human potential, Enlil altered their lifespan, binding mortality to their flesh. Yet, the seed of awakening remained within their blood, a divine spark that could never be fully suppressed. Thousands of years passed. Humanity multiplied, building villages and temples under the watch of their divine teachers. Some Anunnaki took human partners, producing offspring known in the tablets as the Nephilim, those who came down. These hybrids were giants among men, mighty rulers who built the earliest city-states, Uruk, Kish, and Larsa. They carved laws into stone and mapped the stars as their ancestors had done. Under Enki's guidance, humans developed writing, the first cuneiform, to record the gifts of the gods. Mathematics, irrigation, agriculture, and metallurgy spread across the Mesopotamian plains. Civilization had begun. But Enlil's resentment deepened. He saw the humans multiplying uncontrollably, warring among themselves, defying the divine order. His council feared the mixture of bloodlines would corrupt both species. Enlil declared, "Let the experiment end. Let the flood cleanse the earth." Around 12,000 BCE, according to the ancient tale, the orbit of Nibiru brought chaos to the solar system. Ice melted, storms raged, the seas rose. Enlil commanded the Anunnaki to depart Earth and let the waters purge mankind. Yet Enki, unwilling to abandon his creation, warned a human sage, Ziusudra, known later as Utnapishtim, and then Noah. In secret, he instructed him to build a great vessel, sealing within it the seed of every species and the essence of civilization's memory. When the flood came, it drowned empires and swallowed mountains. Lightning split the heavens. The great ziggurats of Eridu and were torn apart, and the laboratories of the gods sank beneath the waves. But Ziusudra's ark endured. When the waters receded, he emerged upon the mountains of Armenia. The Anunnaki descended once more, gazing upon the desolation. Enlil saw the devotion of the surviving humans and relented. "They shall live," he decreed, "but the gods shall depart." The Anunnaki departed gradually. Some returned to the heavens, others vanished into the deep caverns of the earth or retreated to hidden sanctuaries in the mountains of Kurdistan and the Andes. Before leaving, Enki imparted one last message to his children. "One day you shall seek the stars from which we came. When you do, you will find that you are the bridge, the living covenant between heaven and earth." In the ages that followed, the memory of the Anunnaki faded into legend. They became gods, angels, and demigods across cultures. Osiris and Isis in Egypt, Viracocha in the Andes, the Apkallu of Babylon, and the Watchers of the Book of Emek. The knowledge they left behind inspired humanity's first civilizations. The blueprints of Sumerian cities align with star constellations. The Great Pyramids of Egypt echo the Triad of Orion, perhaps a cosmic reminder of where the gods came from. In the modern age, scientists uncovered traces of genetic leaps that seem to defy gradual evolution. Sudden bursts of intelligence, tool-making, and language 40,000 years ago. Could this be the activation of Enki's hidden code? Archaeologists have found anomalous artifacts, drill-cut stones in pre-dynastic Egypt, ancient depictions of star maps, and figures wearing helmets like those of spacefarers. Ancient texts from every continent repeat the same theme. Beings descended from the heavens, shaped mankind, and promised to return. In the hidden halls beneath ancient Eridu, now buried under layers of time, explorers claim to detect remnants of vitrified stone and magnetic patterns unlike anything natural. Some say these were the power chambers of the Anunnaki, where genetic life first took shape. Now, in the 21st century, humanity looks once again to the stars. We explore the genome, the code of life itself, perhaps the very script left by Enki's hand. In our DNA lie sequences that scientists call junk, unactivated potential waiting to be awakened. Perhaps it is no coincidence that our curiosity mirrors theirs. We mine the heavens for knowledge, just as they once mined the earth for gold. The circle closes. As the legend says, when mankind reaches beyond its cradle, when we truly master the art of life, the Anunnaki shall return, not as gods, but as kin. The ancient covenant will complete itself, and humanity will finally know the truth, that we are not the children of chance, but the heirs of the stars. And in the silence between galaxies, the watchers wait, patient, eternal, listening for the awakening of the children they made in their own image.